Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So someone dropped a comment that they want to see what happened and how Lakshmi gave birth to Rishi's daughter and how Malishka gave birth to Rishi's son. So all that you will get to find out in this video. Please keep watching. So we all know where Zeeworld ended unfortunate love recently. They ended it where Rishi and Lakshmi has already gotten married and they were going for their honeymoon. Then Malishka, saying that she has been defeated, she decided to follow their car and she pushed Rishi and Lakshmi's car off the cliff. So as Rishi and Lakshmi were struggling to save each other on the cliff, Lakshmi went up the cliff in order to, when she get up, then she will be able to save Rishi. But on getting up, Lakshmi discovered that it was Malishka that actually pushed their car. So Malishka, saying that Lakshmi has seen her and known, like Lakshmi already know her secret. Malishka decided to hit Lakshmi with a stone on her head, and that was how Lakshmi fell back into the cliff. And then Rishi, saying that Lakshmi is going down the cliff, Rishi decided to also leave the tree branch he was holding and he followed Lakshmi, and that was how Rishi and Lakshmi fell down the cliff together. So that was where Zeeworld ended this unfortunate love recently. So by the time Zeeworld will bring the show back, then this is how they are going to start again. So after Rishi and Lakshmi fell down from the cliff, they actually fell into a river. But at the end of the day, Rishi and Lakshmi were not dead and they were finally and later seen beside the river at the river bank when Ayush and Shalu were actually searching for them. So after they were found, they were taken to the hospital and Rishi and Lakshmi were at the hospital receiving treatment. Then Malishka still went to the hospital in order to kill Rishi and Lakshmi. She first tried to kill Rishi, but Lakshmi comes there and saves Rishi. Then later she tried to kill Lakshmi, but she did not succeed. So finally, Rishi finally regained his consciousness and then he started looking for Lakshmi. So by the time Rishi will find Lakshmi, it was already too late because Lakshmi got kidnapped from the hospital. She left the hospital and then she got kidnapped on the way, and then Rishi and Ayush started looking for Lakshmi. So finally, to cut the long story short, Rishi and Ayush finally found Lakshmi from the kidnappers and they rescued Lakshmi. But unfortunately, when they took Lakshmi to the Oberoi house, they discovered that Lakshmi had already lost her memory because of the accident that happened on the cliff. Remember that Malishka hit Lakshmi with a stone on her head. So I think that was what caused Lakshmi to lose her memory. So in a nutshell, Lakshmi continues to live at the Oberoi house even though Neelam and Malishka were tormenting her so much. But Lakshmi continues to live at the Oberoi house, but she was acting, talking and behaving like a child because she has already lost her memory. Remember that Lakshmi knows about Malishka. Lakshmi knows that it was Malishka that pushed her car and Rishi's car into the cliff. So definitely Lakshmi would have exposed Malishka, but because Lakshmi lost her memory, she couldn't expose Malishka, and that was how Malishka couldn't be exposed again. So the story was long like that and it continues like that, with Lakshmi living at the Oberoi house and Rishi taking care of Lakshmi, because now Lakshmi cannot even remember Rishi. Lakshmi only has a toy. Lakshmi has a toy that she used to dress up like Rishi. She used to dress the toy up like Rishi, comb the toy's hair, and then calls the toy Rishi. And then calls Rishi Gogongon, that is her husband, Minto. So she used to call Rishi Minto, and then she will call the toy Rishi. She remembered who Rishi is, but then she thought it is her toy, not the human being Rishi standing. So she used to call the human being Rishi Minto and then call her toy Rishi. So that was how the story continues, and Rishi really tried. He stood by Lakshmi's side. They even did another marriage in order to, maybe that would bring Lakshmi's memory back. But unfortunately, her memory did not come back. And Malishka continues to look for a way to separate Lakshmi from Rishi so that Malishka can get married to Rishi. So it happens that on a fateful day like that, Malishka decided to fill Virendra's car brake. Before that happens, Malishka had already tried to kill Neelam, But Lakshmi, even though she has lost her memory and she doesn't know what she's doing, still she was able to save Neelam from Malishka's clutches, because Malishka wanted to kill Neelam so that she can put the blame on Lakshmi, and then Lakshmi will be blamed, and then Malishka will be able to get married to Rishi. But fortunately for Neelam, Lakshmi was able to save Neelam. And then, seeing that our plan has failed concerning Neelam, Malishka decided to target Virendra. She just wants to put a blame on Lakshmi so that she can separate Rishi and Lakshmi. And that was how Malishka decided to call a mechanic to come and fill Virendra's car, knowing that Virendra is actually going on a business meeting with that car. So in order to put the blame on Lakshmi, that toy that I told you guys that Lakshmi was calling Rishi is Lakshmi's favorite toy, and everybody knows that that toy is always with Lakshmi. She cannot do without that toy. So Malishka decided to take the toy and put it under Virendra's car. Then Malishka went to meet Lakshmi and told her that where is her toy? She should go and look for her toy. And that was how Lakshmi decided to go and look for her toy, and she was looking for the toy. Then Malishka told Lakshmi to go and look under the car or look under the tree, look everywhere to find her toy. So that was how Lakshmi went under the car. Remember that Lakshmi has lost her memory and she's now behaving like a child. She doesn't know what she is doing. So anywhere they push her to is where she will be pushed to. So Lakshmi went under the car to search for her toy Rishi, and that was how Malishka took the video of Lakshmi under Virendra's car. So after taking the video, then Lakshmi was happy that she saw her toy, but she did not know that somebody was taking a video. So that was how Lakshmi got her toy Rishi, and then she left the place. Like she left the place, but Malishka had already taken the video and made it seem like it was Lakshmi that was failing Virendra's car brake. So after that is done, Virendra decided to go on the business trip. Even though Neelam was getting a bad sign that something is going to happen to Virendra, but still, Virendra decided to go, even though Neelam warned him not to go for the business this thing. But Virendra still decided to go. So on the way going, as Virendra was about to go to the car and then start going, then Lakshmi told Virendra that she wants to follow him to any nearby temple because she wants to go and pray. She doesn't have a memory yet, but she still, does things like a normal human being sometimes, and sometimes she will do like a child. So she told Virendra that she wants to follow him to a temple. So that was how Virendra and Lakshmi entered the car that Malishka had already failing the brake. The brake of the car has already been tampered with by Malishka. So Virendra and Lakshmi entered the car and they were going. So they got to the road and they discovered that Virendra discovered that the car brake has been tampered with and their life is in danger. Then Virendra tried every possible means to make sure that Lakshmi did not get hurt. Even if he will get hurt, he just kept on thinking about Lakshmi, that Lakshmi should not get hurt. Meanwhile, Lakshmi, when they were driving very fast, rashly and stuff, she was having fun. She thought, you know how children would do now, and her memory is not like a child's memory. So she was having fun, but Virendra was just praying to God that God should save Lakshmi. So in a nutshell, Ayush and Rishi finally got to know that Virendra's car brake has been tampered with and Virendra and Lakshmi's life are in danger. So they decided to go and look for Virendra's car. Virendra tried all his possible best to make sure that they did not have any accident, but unfortunately, they had an accident and the car, Virendra's car, fell off the cliff. But before the car fell off the cliff, Virendra was hanging on the car, but he was telling Lakshmi to go out of the car because he doesn't want anything to happen to Lakshmi. And that was how, to cut the long story short, because this thing is very long. But anyway, everything happened. If you watch Unfortunate Love right from the beginning, the very first episode, where Lakshmi's father died during that car accident when they were going for Lakshmi's marriage at the village, if you watch that episode, then that was exactly how Virendra too was hanging on the car, and the car was already at the tip or at the edge of the cliff. And this brought Lakshmi's memory back because she kept on remembering that this thing has happened to her before when her father was hanging on a car like this, and then the father later fell down the cliff, and then her father, that was how her father died. So immediately Lakshmi's memory came back. You know that she has already lost her memory, but then seeing that incident actually brought back her memory, and she tried to like save Virendra by looking for a rope, tying the rope on the car to pull the car, but she was the only one, so she couldn't do anything. So at the end of the day, Virendra fell down from the cliff, including the car. So immediately Virendra fell down, Lakshmi felt dizzy and she was about to fall down. Then Rishi got there with Ayush, and Rishi held Lakshmi and he hugged her, and then Ayush asked that where is Virendra, and that was how they discovered that Virendra has fallen down the cliff. And then after that, they showed Virendra and Lakshmi at the hospital bed. So Virendra was rushed to the operation theater, and Lakshmi too was being taken care of in another hospital ward. And at the end of the day, Lakshmi actually got better, and everybody from the Oberoi family also came to the hospital, and they discovered that Lakshmi has now gotten back her memory. But unfortunately, Virendra is fighting for his life, and the doctor told them that Virendra has entered coma. Virendra is not dead, but he has entered coma, and only God knows when he is going to come out of coma, So, seeing that Virendra's life was in danger and he was with Lakshmi, so everybody put the blame of Virendra's accident on Lakshmi. In order to now top it up, to now add salt to injury, Malishka now showed everybody the video of Lakshmi under Virendra's car. Malishka now told everyone that it was Lakshmi that tampered with Virendra's car brake. Meanwhile, don't forget that Lakshmi was under the car just to look for her toy, Rishi. So, Malishka decided to take the video and use that video to blackmail Lakshmi, that it was Lakshmi that tampered with Virendra's car, and then Virendra is in this condition of coma because of Lakshmi. So because of that, Rishi got angry, Neelam got angry, everybody got angry, and Rishi decided to end his relationship with Lakshmi. And Rishi, that was how Lakshmi was like, now she has gotten back her memory, she knows what she is doing. She was not the one that she was even trying to rescue Virendra, but she couldn't. But nobody listens to her, and then that was how Lakshmi went back to the Oberoi house, packed her things, and she went to Rano's house. But then Rano too couldn't accept Lakshmi, so Lakshmi decided to go back to their village. So as Lakshmi was going back to the village, she entered a train. So the train had accident, and after the accident, when they went there for rescue and stuff like that, the bangle that would have actually made everyone to recognize that, oh, this dead person is Lakshmi, that bangle fell off from Lakshmi's hand, and Lakshmi's train ticket followed the bangle and went and sit beside another woman that is already dead. So another woman was the one they carried to go and buried, like burn, like the way Indians always burn their corpse. So, and everybody now thought that it was Lakshmi that died during the train accident. Rishi blamed himself for, sending Lakshmi away, for not trusting her and stuff like that. And now Lakshmi is dead. So Rishi felt so bad about that, and everybody believed that Lakshmi is dead. So mourning Lakshmi, Rishi begins to cry, to mourn the death of Lakshmi. And that was how Malishka got close to Rishi and put his head on her chest and say, Rishi, don't worry, I'm with you, I'll be with you, I'll take care of you and stuff. And then Lakshmi, remember that Lakshmi got saved in the train accident, and then Lakshmi went to the hospital, and that was when Lakshmi discovered that she is actually pregnant. And she now remembered when they were at the uncompleted building, and after their marriage they were sleeping one night, and that was how Rishi drew her closer to himself, and that was when they got intimate. So Lakshmi realized that Rishi is the father of the unborn baby that is in her tummy. So after that, Rishi kept on mourning that Lakshmi is dead, and Malishka kept on using that opportunity to get closer to Rishi. And it was after that the show now took a 7-year sleep, where Lakshmi has turned to a village girl. She has gone back to their village, including her sisters. They were now living in the village, and Lakshmi is now working as a teacher in the village. And Lakshmi has given birth to Rishi's child, a baby girl called Parvati. And then Rishi too was shown at the Oberoi house after the 7-year sleep, and everybody were still there, but Virendra has not still regained consciousness. So Virendra is still in coma, but Rishi now has a son called Rohan. So after the 7-year sleep, Rishi and Malishka had gotten married, and Malishka gave birth to a baby boy called Rohan. Meanwhile, Lakshmi gave birth to Parvati, who is a girl. And that is the roller coaster story or roller coaster journey that is currently happening on ZTV right now. So Lakshmi has given birth to a baby girl, and Malishka gave birth to a baby boy for the same person called Rishi. That was exactly how all these things happened. How Lakshmi was, thrown out of the house after she regained her memory and stuff like that. So I hope I've been able to answer you guys' question. I'll still give you guys the details of like the updates, the normal updates, step by step, of course. But I just thought to explain like this so that you guys will know what led to what, that made Rishi and Lakshmi to part ways after that beautiful moment that they've been having since, to even make Rishi decided to leave the Oberoi house for the sake of Lakshmi, only for them to now part ways at the end. So that was exactly what happened. It was still because of Malishka. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.